The official roster for the 2024 Women's Olympic basketball team was announced this week, and it had some surprises to say the least. There were two glaring omissions from the list, and it has caused an understandably upset reaction from fans. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA rookie sensation, the fastest player in league history to record 200 plus points and 50 plus assists in their career, was left off the roster. This is despite the fact she was coming off of a game with 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and 7 made threes to really bolster her case. I believe she's a good enough player to be on the team right now, but a lot of others would look at it simply from the popularity aspect and say that it's a mistake due to that alone. Clark's random Friday night game against the Mystics in DC had more fans in attendance than Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Yes, that is due to stadium capacity, but a crazy stat nonetheless. So for a national team that hasn't lost a single Olympic game in over 30 years, why not bring arguably the most popular player in the sport right now and grow the game even more on the biggest stage? You could argue they have mishandled Clark every step of the way so far. But outside of Clark, a more glaring omission talent-wise right now is Arike Ogunbowale. The Dallas Wings guard is averaging 26.4 points per game right now, second best in the entire league. Since stepping into the league, she has never finished outside of the top 5 in points per game. At 27 years old, she's just starting her prime, and this could be the best version of her we ever see when it's time for the Olympics. Her scoring ability is off the charts, and this decision would be like leaving prime James Harden or Carmelo Anthony off of the men's team, which would have also been unacceptable. Taking 41-year-old Diana Tuarasi is completely a pedigree move and has nothing to do with her talent right now. It would be like bringing 43-year-old Vince Carter to the 2020 Olympics because he was really good back in 2000. It's actually a disgrace. Bringing Brittney Griner, who was held overseas for breaking the law and had to be released via presidential negotiation, is also definitely an interesting choice. She's only played 2 games so far this season. A lot of the decisions for the team are puzzling, but leaving off Clark and Arike is unacceptable, especially for the reported reason that some were worried about how Clark's fans would react to limited playtime. Just wow. The 2024 Women's Olympic team is a disaster. Now let's take a deeper look. Before we get into the confusing Olympic roster, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched it before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Caitlin Clark did not make the USA Basketball Olympics roster. Surprising, isn't it? Given her status as a WNBA rookie sensation and a frequent topic in national conversation, many assumed she would be an easy choice. What's even more surprising is that Clark isn't even the most notable omission from the roster. That distinction likely belongs to Dallas Wings guard Arike Ogunbowale. Let's first take a look at who did make the team though. Here is the roster, initially reported by The Athletic and confirmed by the Associated Press through anonymous sources. A'ja Wilson, center, Las Vegas Aces; Breanna Stewart, forward, New York Liberty; Diana Tuarasi, guard, Phoenix Mercury; Alyssa Thomas, forward, Connecticut Sun; Brittney Griner, center, Phoenix Mercury; Napheesa Collier, forward, Minnesota Lynx; Jewell Loyd, guard, Seattle Storm; Kelsey Plum, guard, Las Vegas Aces; Jackie Young, guard, Las Vegas Aces; Sabrina Ionescu, guard, New York Liberty; Chelsea Gray, guard, Las Vegas Aces; and Kahleah Copper, guard/forward, Phoenix Mercury. At 42 years old, Tuarasi will make her 6th Olympic roster, setting a new record for most Olympics played in any basketball. Alyssa Thomas, Sabrina Ionescu, and Kahleah Copper are all making their Olympic debuts after helping Team USA win the FIBA World Cup in 2022. Given the form of these players, it's clear that the biggest snub from this roster is Ogunbowale and not necessarily Clark. Arike is second in the WNBA in scoring, just behind A'ja Wilson. Clark, by comparison, is 13th in scoring, trailing 8 of the players who made Team USA. Clark does excel in passing though, ranking 4th in the league in assists per game, behind only Thomas and Young. Ogunbowale is 10th in the league with 5 assists per game. She also leads the WNBA in steals per game with 3.1, a significant margin over the second highest at 2.5. Additionally, she ranks in the top 10 for efficiency rating, while Clark is 22nd. However, to include Ogunbowale or Clark on the roster, someone else would have to be removed. Statistically, the most clear candidates would be Tuarasi, who's 15th in scoring and 78th in assists, or Ionescu, who's 12th in scoring and 8th in assists. Tuarasi's storied career and established GOAT status made her untouchable in the eyes of the committee. An ailing 31-year-old Chelsea Gray, still recovering from a left foot injury sustained in the WNBA Finals last season, could have been another reasonable option. Given Arike's performance this season and her consistent top 5 scoring status in the league since 2019, including a scoring title in 2020, she has established herself as arguably the best guard in the league for years. There is a strong case that Ogunbowale deserves a spot on the roster more than any of the other selected guards. Clark, on the other hand, would bring substantial viewership to the national team. She has significantly boosted ratings, with 5 of the top 6 most viewed WNBA games featuring her in the Indiana Fever. The 2024 WNBA draft, where she was the top pick, was the most watched in league history. Her time at Iowa also set viewership records during their NCAA Women's March Madness run. Despite all of this, neither Ogunbowale nor Clark will be joining Team USA in Paris, which is a mistake. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.